Hello again, whiskey friends. Welcome back to the Whiskey Riff Lounge. My name's Kelsey. Today it's Happy Friday. So today we're doing Still Austin's. Let's get this Cask strength. If I get it to focus, there we go. Cask strength rye whiskey. So this is 116 proof. And this is going to be a fun one, guys. If you bourbon drinkers are afraid to get into rye, this one's going to be yours. Let's get into it, guys. I'll see you in just a second. All right, guys, welcome back. It's good to have you here. I want to give a shout out to my man Marty, Whiskey Nose. This is his glass. Cheers to you, Marty. Today we're going to be doing a rye. This one is going to be a little bit different for you, so let's get into the nose and check this thing out. So right away, this thing is super sweet off of the nose, like honey, sugared. Like if you took honey and butter and then you were kind of getting that heated up together and then putting it on a toast, that's what I get off of the nose of this thing, man. It's just so super sweet up front. Almost syrupy, yeah. So let's go in for a second one. Let's see what else I can get here. Not real rye forward at all, which is what I like in a rye, but that may not be your case. But for me, I like a sweet rye. I like a barely legal rye, like a 51% rye. So this one comes off, for me, really, really nice on the nose. All right, let's get into the palate. Cheers, whiskey friends. Here we go. So for 116 proof, man, this one drinks way below its proof. I would say maybe even 100 to 105 for me, the way that it comes across up front. And then the rye spice hits. Wow. So super sweet up front. All of those flavors that I love, like buttered honey on a piece of toast. Really, really sweet up front. Maybe just a little bit of an apple type of note in there on the front part of the palate. Let's go in for a sip number 2. Cheers, whiskey friends. Sip number 2, you get a little bit more of the proof point and mid palate. It's still sweet up front, but then right after you get through that sweetness, bam, the rye hits, the spice comes in. It gets from back to front. You get the rye spice through the middle of your tongue. Man, that's just really nice and well balanced of sweet and spicy. So for those that are bourbon drinkers, you're going to love the front of the palate. For those that are rye drinkers, you're going to love the mid palate. So let's see how the finish ends up being on this thing. Cheers to you. Let's get into it. So at the end of the middle of the palate, you get the oak, which goes into the finish. It's still sweet and then spicy. And then it goes back to a little bit of a sweetness, and then the oak comes in on this thing. So for me, it's not your typical like rye forward rye at all. My buddy Sam loves rye forward ryes. He did not like this one as much, but I do. If you like a Michter's rye or a Pikesville rye, you're going to like this rye. And it's cask strength at 116, so it still has a lot of punch to it in the mid palate. And then also, you get all the sweetness up front, almost syrupy sweet, which is nice for me. Let's jump into the scores and see where this thing landed up. So, the flavor score for me was really high, 87.5. Experience score was 84, still really high. The value score is where I feel like this kind of went down a little bit for me. This was like $78. Now, I do expect a rye to be a little bit more than bourbon, and it's a craft distillery, so I kind of expected it to be a little bit higher, but for what you're getting, I feel like that value score comes down just a little bit. For me, it's an immediate buy. Anything that Nancy does, I'm going to buy and try it out. I trust her palate. I said it on the last review on the red corn. Cheers to you, Nancy the Nose. Doing awesome things with Still Austin and some other great blends like Magnus, etc. But overall, man, this is very good. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. If you are a bourbon drinker, this is your type of rye. Like, you like the sweetness up front, that's going to be the one that really accentuates everything that you like about. So check this thing out. I don't have this in my area, but I will say that in most areas that are around me, I can probably get close by. So let's get back into one more sip. So the consistency on this thing is what I love too. That's what I wanted to bring out. It's very consistent from the first sip to the last sip, and I think that it's something that that you will really enjoy, and also be something that continually is something you go back to. For me, like, this is something that I really enjoy. So thanks for hanging out, guys. Again, this is Still Austin's Cask Strength Rye. Nancy the Nose did this blend and just released this past year. I know I'm a little late in getting it to review, but if you guys see this on the shelf, definitely worth a pickup. Is it a little bit high priced for what you get? Maybe, but it's a craft distillery. But the juice is worth it 100%. So, whiskey friends, cheers to you. Until next time, I will see you on the next review. Thanks so much, guys, for hanging out.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you